Hey guys, welcome back to this. I don't know what should I call it, movie blogs or something else. Anyone in the comments, you can pitch your the titles for these types of videos. I'll pick them up. Don't worry. So yeah, I watched the film Death Watch, no pun intended, and it's a pretty good, world horror take on World War One. Okay, so the plot is about this platoon of soldiers who survive this trench battle and gas attack, and they encounter a German trench full of what appears to be surviving World War One German soldiers or Prussians, depending on which class they are. That's a thing I plan to discuss in some historical video. Blah blah blah. Anyway. So yeah, they're Andy Serkis, who is literally the most entertaining character in the movie, kills two of them and takes one of them, prisoner. But Andy Serkis likes to abuse them for obvious reasons. One, he's the enemy, and two, they're fighting a war of empires between the British Empire, the German Empire, the Austro-Hungarian Empire, the Russian Empire, the Third French Republic, the Ottoman Empire, and very soon the United States. So yeah, lots of stress going on, the whole film is basically these guys either going insane or being consumed by a supernatural entity, which may be implying the surviving German soldier who judges them based on their sins. The only one left is a guy named... his name's a bit on the nose. His name is Shakespeare. No, not that Shakespeare. But yeah, you get the idea. Basically, the reason he lives is because, unlike most of his fellow comrades... Shit. Fuck. Look, I made a Soviet reference. Oi, comrade. Look at my short. Oh my god, I'm sorry, my Russian viewers. I'm trying to do your Russian accent justice. Oh, okay. Anyway, so yeah, the reason he survives instead of the others is every single one of his fellow soldiers displays some form of toxic masculinity, while he presents a form of positive masculinity. And this supernatural entity is targeting those who have evil in them. And while Shakespeare does some morally questionable things, like shooting a soldier to putting him out of his misery, it's mostly done with good intentions instead of done in a malicious way. So yeah, I want to examine the themes, which is toxic masculinity versus positive masculinity, which, I already mentioned that all of these soldiers present some form of toxic masculinity, with the captain presented as a snobbish idiot who can't do his job properly, the sergeant being this guy who will follow orders even to the point of absurdity, despite the fact that his orders are literally insane and just stupid. There's Andy Serkis, who's just a rabid animal, a murderer. There's some others I don't remember. And then there's this guy who jerked off to his pictures of sexy 1910s ladies, and he gets brutally murdered by wires. So yeah, another theme I want to examine is the cycle of violence. It is revealed at the end of the film that the German soldier may or might be a supernatural entity that was testing Shakespeare's will to not just to survive, but to keep his humanity. And when Shakespeare left, a new group of British soldiers come in, and we presume it begins all again, with the themes of the cycle of violence never ending. And given how this World War I is just, I don't want to say a prelude to World War II, but given that World War I was not the war to end all wars, it's a sad fact of life and relevance still today with the recent Russo-Ukrainian war and the Israeli-Hamas war and the Myanmar or Burmese civil war. But yeah, this film, it's not a masterpiece, but it's really good. Like, it's not the best horror film, but I enjoy its World War One take on the genre and its themes. So yeah, I give this film a mid 8 out of 10. Thank you for watching, and I see you in the next one.